Alright, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This episode 884 for March 9th, 2026.
Hold on a second. I can't hear a fucking thing.
Oh, that's professional. We're good.
Were you already recording?
Yes, I was doing the
great.
intro.
It was funny because we gotta keep all that. It's funny because I was going to be like, man, we started like right at 12 o'clock on the dot today. Like it was.
I'm keeping it
on time. Like it was great.
I thought everybody was just being extra quiet, and then I look over and I see all the little green lights on Discord, and I'm like, fuck, I can't hear anything.
I'm just leaving it in.
That's fine.
I'm gonna chalk it up to
what do people expect?
We'll chalk it up to the fact that we all lost an hour's fucking sleep last night.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, I did too. I think I saw it like late Friday or Saturday night. They're like, "Oh, the clocks go forward." So I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Oh, but anyway, on the show we have Anthony.
Hello.
We have Terrence.
What up?
We have Wombat who can't hear a damn thing.
I mean, you already know I'm here at this point.
Woo! I love it. I love it. Almost 900 episodes in, we still can't get this shit right.
I mean, this is a high quality podcast.
I'm telling you. Oh man. So it's been a week. Woo, a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna kick it off with video games.
As opposed to what we usually talk about.
Well, we're not gonna start off with news. We're gonna start off with
90s dance music.
We usually don't start with video games, Ryan. You know that. We usually go off on some tangent about some shit from 1997 that nobody remembers because they weren't born yet.
Jack it up.
Speaking of Blood Omen, let's go ahead and talk about. No, I'm just kidding. No, that wasn't. 97.
I mean, that's more relevant now.
Actually, it would.
It would. The last fucking 20 years.
Yeah. We beg and beg and beg for Cain to return, and he hath returned.
He hath returned.
We'll start off with Anthony, because I know he's been catching some Pokemon.
Well, not really in that, because you don't really catch them.
You catch the Pokemon.
Yeah, not in this game.
Yeah, the Pokemon.
So, I'm going to start off with the other thing first. I played more Bollocks Pit to the point where now there's a character that just plays the fucking game for you.
I thought, didn't somebody else talk about that? I thought that was
Anthony in the Discord.
In Discord.
I thought we talked about it on a show. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
It's just what I use for grinding now.
I don't remember which character it is, but I might have mentioned it. What's his name?
Oh god, he's one of the last ones you get. He wears a bandana.
Yeah.
So what you do is you team him up with another character and just have them go through and fucking destroy everything. Because there's one character who will pick all the upgrades, but you still have to manually play with him.
Yeah.
Haha. The other character is far more like just it moves. There's one that turns the whole game into a turn-based game, which I thought
I
was
remember that
wild.
too. Like, geez, am I having deja vu?
You're old. Fuck. I don't know.
I feel attacked. I mean,
fuck you. Like, are we having deja vu? How many times have we repeated ourselves on this fucking podcast? Let me repeat myself. God damn.
Yeah, Ken.
Jesus
Calm
Christ.
your old ass down.
Listen to this motherfucker.
Every fucking week. Welcome to another episode of ZTGD Radio. Fuck you.
I mean, that's called the intro.
It's deja vu of mediocrity.
I'm not fucking talking about a game.
When we all die and inevitably go to hell for making this podcast, our punishment will be making this podcast.
That's why we get there.
This motherfucker what's going on?
Okay. His video.
And the listener's punishment will be listening to this podcast. So
that's called purgatory.
You might already be there. Fuck. Okay, so yeah, Pokopia has been my main game. Nice. I mean, I've only had it since Thursday.
That's when it came out. That's when we get codes from Nintendo. It's on release day.
Yeah, and I mean Pokemon especially. I don't think I realize it's Nintendo, but like Pokemon especially because of fucking leakers. But Nintendo generally, yeah. So,
what the fuck?
What?
Ever since this latest Windows update, like I've got an external USB drive, and you know that sound it makes when it tells you it's safe to eject?
Yes.
Yeah. It just does that like every once in a while.
Is the podcast? Is it picked up in the podcast?
I don't know, but if you heard a badoom, badoom, that's what it is, and I don't know how to make it stop.
God, I can't wait.
It's telling you it's safe to eject from this podcast.
You can go now. You're not going to lose anything.
It is now safe to turn off this podcast.
Yeah, you can just say peace, bitches. Let's wrap this up.
Fucking Windows, man. Why you gotta be like that?
What if we shitify this platform that we've made basically dominant in the field to the point where it's unusable? Gee, thanks, guys.
Yeah, they should have been like us and started out in shitified.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. If you start at the bottom, then there's no expectations.
Started from the bottom. Now we still at the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Pocopia, this is a game made by Megaforce. I am kind of shocked that Square Enix.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, what?
You're not going to do the Omega boost.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out how to turn off this sound by Googling it.
Oh. Well, it's too late now. The moment's passed.
Yeah. No, wow, this podcast is just off to a fucking, like, falling down the stairs, and every time you think we've hit the bottom, there's more stairs.
I'm halfway down now.
Oh, fuck.
Long way
so
down.
I'm surprised that. So as I'm playing this game, the first thing I'm going to say is if you've played Dragon Quest Builders, more specifically Dragon Quest Builders 2, which Omega Force worked on, I'm surprised that Square Enix isn't trying to sell Dragon Quest Builders 2 to the Switch 1 audience, because this is a Switch 2 game, because it's very similar. There's combat in Dragon Quest Builders 2. That's the big difference. There's no combat in Pocopia. It has a little bit more of an Animal Crossing slant. But for anybody that's like, I would love to play Pocopia and the gameplay is of interest, I would try out Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's even got the same setup as Pocopia, because it's sort of these areas that you go to. In Dragon Quest Builders 2, it's islands. But there's locked off areas. So like you start off in an area in Pocopia that you can't really leave. And then there's other sort of areas you go into once you've, gotten your rank up high enough. I think it's more engaging than Animal Crossing. I think if you're coming in and looking for as relaxing of a time, you're going to be a bit disappointed. Not to say that it's not relaxing. It's not, again, there's no action in it. But it is a little bit more game than just experience. There's a lot of, I need this Pokemon here. I need to, maintain, I have to make them happy. So I have to work on their house or where they're living or whatever.
Are you Pokemon's bitch?
Sorry?
Are you Pokemon's
bitch?
You
are a Pokemon as well, so it's not really.
Is this a game where you're that fucked up?
So you're a Ditto.
Ditto.
So here's the big I guess spoilers for things that happened literally in the introduction of this game. I did not realize, I believe it's spoiled in the trailer. This game is post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's spoiled in the trailer.
Okay. I did not know that.
So you got some Pokemon running around like Mad Max and shit?
The people are gone. Sorry?
I said you got Pokemon running around like Mad Max and shit?
No, but when you arrive, there is one other Pokemon, which is Tangrowth. The big sort of plant yeti looking guy. They call him Professor because he's got glasses attached in his vines, and then he's got the TM disc stuck at the top of his head, which kind of looks like one of those lights that doctors wear. He's the only Pokemon, and he sees you, and you're shaped like a person. I'm not exactly sure how I've ended up. Clearly, what's in the future, but yeah, he's like, well, you're the only other Pokemon I've seen in a while. I thought you were a person at first, but like clearly you're a Ditto. But you know, like it's just us, and I don't know where you came from, but I just collect junk. And then part of his junk pile, which is all just like stuff from when humans were around, is a Pokédex that activates. He thought it was broken, and it activates because you look like a person. And because Ditto's whole thing is that it takes on the skills of whoever it's copying, Ditto can use it. And Ditto can also use computers because Ditto copies abilities, which is kind of neat. That's how you end up getting like your abilities to, water and cut and punch rocks and break them and stuff like that. And then slowly but surely, Pokemon start showing up, and you're solving kind of minor puzzles on how to make Pokemon appear. And then when the Pokemon appear, you have to help build their habitat more to their liking because there's a happiness level. But then there's like things about like the moisture quality in the air. Some characters like to be in more damp environments, some don't. So you have to kind of juggle that with how much moisture is in the air, which is a very weird thing to think about.
Get a dehumidifier.
There's certain items that literally dry out the environment around them, specifically for certain Pokemon. And then every Pokemon, and this is an aspect that I really like, every Pokemon that you kind of meet has an ability. Some Pokemon, like when you meet, I'll use Scyther for example. You meet Scyther. Scyther is the one that teaches you cut. This is very early on. Scyther's ability, though, is if you bring Scyther logs, it'll turn them into lumber, and then lumber you can use to build items. The crafting system is very basic. It's just as long as you have. It's very much the system from Dragon Quest Builders, where it's like all you have to do is have the materials and then select it in the menu, and then it's done. And getting those materials is not very difficult. It's just kind of wandering around and exploring. A thing that I really like with this game that Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2 did is the exploration. You will stumble into areas and find things, and maybe they have a purpose later on, maybe they don't. But I do like the exploration aspect of it a lot. And so the big things is like I'm building. So sort of the big first thing you have to do is build a Pokemon Center. While you're doing that, there's smaller goals that you can do, as well as requests from other Pokemon. So there's always something to do, which is a problem that I found with Animal Crossing, where it's like you get to points in the day where I've dug up all the fossils, I've caught a bunch of fish, and the closer you get to finishing the museum, the less you have to do. Like Animal Crossing, you have to really make your own fun. And this, it's like no. There's always something that you can be doing, like rebuilding roads. Gives you more points, and those points can be used to buy items on the PC, or recipes, or hints on how to get different Pokemon to your, I guess, village or whatever you want to call it. Because like the first thing you do is put 4 grass next to each other, and that's a habitat, and that'll draw certain Pokemon in. But if you take those 4 plots of grass and put them near water, that is a different environment, and it will draw different Pokemon. 4 pieces of grass with a light near it attracts like the moth Pokemon, which I find pretty funny. And so it's stuff like that where it's like there's a little bit of puzzle solving because you can do some of this accidentally. But yeah, like I'm very impressed with how they make every Pokemon both important to activities that the player does, as well as have them give missions out. So because right now they're building another building for me. That won't be done until tomorrow, which sucks.
Like in the real world?
Yes. So that is
okay,
the biggest complaint
that.
I have. This is my biggest complaint, and this is a thing that Animal Crossing does and Dragon Quest Builders does not do, if I recall correctly, because I believe Day and Night's one of those. It's on a minute system. I am an adult beyond popular belief. I have a job I go to. I'm going to see a lot of night. I'm not a huge fan of that, and that was the big issue with Animal Crossing too. Is I appreciate it. That is for someone with infinite free time. This game is not Animal Crossing either, where it's like if I brought my Switch to work and I turned it on for 5 minutes, I could do the things and then be done. This game is far more involved, and certain Pokemon only appear day and night. So that kind of fucks me on that level. Like, I just don't love that aspect of it. But even if it's nighttime, there's still things to do. You can still take on tasks. So it's not like the most painful thing ever, but it just means that I'm going to see a lot of the environment in the dark.
I've always thought that real-time clock mechanic was something that sounds cool on paper to people, but in practice it's just nah.
Yeah, with Pokemon, it was again, when you're a kid, it's fine, but like, you know, when Pokemon first started doing that, which was Gold and Silver, and kids are in school too, so like I just don't comprehend. Like I get it to some extent. It really sort of makes the world feel more real. I'm a fucking Ditto in this game. Like, I don't look like a person. I look like a cartoon character, as I should. So I just fundamentally don't comprehend that. And with Animal Crossing, again, you started up the fossils, the shop, and all the little daily tasks you can do can be done in about 10 minutes. If you just, you know, expedite everything, or like, I'm just doing that and I'll talk to everybody when I get home or whatever. And plus there was an ordinance option, I think, come 3DS, which I believe you can do in the Switch version, but I can't recall, where you could have the shops be open later. Now that's not a problem in this game, but, you know, that's fine. But again, Pokemon showing up, and because every Pokemon has an ability, if it's a Pokemon that I would like to see and have, so I have another Pokemon that has, say, the build ability, because that ends up being the most useful, because you need a builder on every build site, and when you only have one, that means that they're tied up until the fucking thing is done.
Before you know, they're going to want to unionize.
Yeah, so like I have two, thankfully, but it's just that's a complaint about those types of games in general at this point. Is just like, yeah, if I'm an adult, I'm going to see a lot of night, and for a lot of kids that might be the case too, and I just don't comprehend that, especially when the system that they used in Dragon Quest Builders worked just fine. I want to say it was like maybe even 30 minutes before. It was like 30 minutes for day, 30 minutes for night. So
I don't know about you, but I come to Pokemon for my realism.
Again, in the Pokemon RPGs, sure, fine. They're not. They're trying to make that feel like a world. I don't think they do as good of a job as Pokopia, surprisingly, because the Pokemon don't really do anything in the environment 99% of the time. But whatever. I love the game. Is there any questions I can answer? Like, I don't think anybody's super interested. Maybe Terrence is, but that, you know.
Well, so let me ask if so for my son, let me ask if you're a fan of Pokemon but not a fan of Animal Crossing, is this something he's going to be interested in?
Does he play the spin-offs at all? Or is it just sort of the mainline stuff?
I mean, really just the mainline stuff.
He's probably not going to be interested.
Okay. And then on the split side, from me, if you're somebody who really liked Animal Crossing but doesn't care about Pokemon, are you going to care about this?
I think you'd more likely be the audience.
Got it.
Because if you, as someone that's played Dragon Quest Builders, again, literally just strip out and let's be honest, the combat in Dragon Quest Builders is not the reason why you go there.
Right.
It's not like amazing. It's sort of like the first game literally is just like old school Zelda, swipe a sword, without, the puzzle solving. The second one was a little bit more in depth, but remove that aspect of it and you still have sort of the same thing. Like when you get the punch ability and you can start punching like these rocks that are clearly have water behind them and cause water to flow into the environment again, it's exciting. And then that opens up the ability to get new Pokemon there. Again, let's remove Pokemon. Just say they're monsters, because they could take this and just replace fucking Ditto with a fucking slime, and it would fit right in with the Dragon Quest shit. Just change all the fucking the monsters to Dragon Quest characters. You're not building a Pokemon Center, you're building a fucking church. It wouldn't surprise me. Now there is some...
I heard that. I heard it was very, very, very similar to Dragon Quest Builders.
Oh, it's fucking clearly built on the same engine. I think the biggest thing is I don't know how Dragon Quest Builders 2 ran on Switch 1. I'm assuming okay.
I have no idea.
But I can totally see why this game, if Dragon Quest Builders 2 runs just okay, I can see why this game's going to be Switch 2. Otherwise, but as a Pokemon fan, there are some like lore aspects that you pick up like little pieces of paper that tell you about what's happened, and that's interesting. But the most interesting parts are about the characters you actually meet in the game. Like finding out about Tangroth's history is more interesting than the references to old Pokemon games.
Gotcha.
The rebuilding of the world is more fascinating than, again, like the Pokemon. So I built a Pokemon Center, and again, this is the big first sort of build project that you have to do. But it doesn't run like a Pokemon Center. It's a shop. It's a shop that somebody starts running. The Pokédex just is a list of Pokemon, and it basically all it's doing is cataloging, so you know who has what ability. So you can just go, okay, I need someone that can do this, like Bulbasaur, because you meet the original starters as your first 3. Bulbasaur can make plants grow faster. Well, I just planted some bean seeds or whatever, so I'm going to go grab Bulbasaur, and he's going to help me expedite this process. Bulbasaur is currently on the building, so I go through my Pokédex on the building project. So I go through my Pokédex and I'm like, who else has growth as an option? There's a give me a second here. I can tell you exactly what it's called because it's right next to me. Sorry, just it is the Habitat Dex. So the Pokédex just lists all the Pokemon you've met. The Habitat Dex explains to you, like, if you put this down in the environment, it can draw in Pokemon. So it's like, so let's see. One of them is, hey, if you put a bench near a street light, it'll attract a Pokemon. And then if you go to that option, which I haven't actually got yet, it'll show you that there's 2 Pokemon that will potentially arrive to that setup. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. I do think knowing Pokemon's a benefit, but is it the draw? Like, if you enjoy a little bit of Animal Crossing stuff, but more like you like just doing tasks and building shit,
yeah,
you'll love this because that's
gotcha.
Mostly what it is. And when you hit these sort of plot points, it's kind of neat because, again, it's more about rebuilding a world and trying to get it back to where it was than any sort of Pokemon actual story. Because I've never had a post-apocalyptic Pokemon story. It surprised the shit out of me to find that's what it was. I just wanted to play the stupid little Ditto game. So yeah. But like to me,
I've returned. Oh, sorry.
hello, welcome back.
I mean, he's still talking about Pokopia, so
Yeah.
I know I've missed like all of it, like because I've heard him.
Is there anything you need to
I heard
know?
bits and pieces. No, I've already because I when I finally get a Switch 2, this will be one of the games I get.
Have you played Dragon Quest Builders 2?
Yeah, I like that game.
Okay, well, it's that without the combat.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. My biggest surprise is, and this is just kind of on Square Enix, and I kind of mentioned this to Ken before the show. Obviously, Omega Force doesn't have any ability to put that on sale. I'd be putting that on sale and being like, from the creators of Pokopia, here's their last fucking game that they put out. This is very much similar because the biggest thing I've heard about this is that this is a game that people wish they had a Switch 2 for. A very specific audience, of course, but and it's expensive. And so you can get a pretty similar experience, not obviously the same. It doesn't have Pokemon in it, but a very similar experience with Dragon Quest Builders 2, which still has its own right as a game as well. So it's they're not a perfect overlap. It's not like Pokopia erases what Dragon Quest Builders 2 does very well. But I'd be putting that on sale because right now people are looking at this game and it's fucking expensive still on Switch. It's full price on Switch too, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why they don't put that on sale.
Well, and Pokopia is $70 game.
It's $100 in Canada.
I did not know that it was full price. Wow,
it's fucking Pokemon. It's fucking Nintendo. What'd you expect?
Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is $59.99 on Switch.
Damn.
Right? I just don't.
All right.
Strike while the iron's hot. But it's a very different game. I'm very impressed with the things that make it different from Dragon Quest Builders 2. That whole habitat system feels like little puzzles because they'll show you a habitat and here this will draw certain Pokemon in and won't tell you what Pokemon it is because you need to find the hint system and the hints only give you a silhouette. So enjoy playing Who's That Pokemon, but
Who's that Pokemon?
Pikachu. Yeah, it's always Pikachu. Have you seen that? Where it's every Who's That Pokemon? They've just stretched Pikachu into the shape of it. But then it's okay, well, that's the habitat, but I don't know how to. So how do I build that? Where do I find this? And that's a really interesting concept too, because it's all right, so maybe if I go to, there's a whole system with dream islands that you can go to. I won't get into that because it's not super exciting. But certain dream islands have stuff you don't find on yours, which is straight out of fucking Animal Crossing. But whatever.
I say that's like Animal Crossing when you have to go to different islands.
You can find stuff there. I found crates at the first one I went to, but I don't have any crates on my island right now. So I now have crates, but if I use them for anything, I won't have them anymore. I don't have a recipe for it yet. So it's stuff like that where it's okay, well, maybe I need that for a habitat, but I've put it in somebody's little shelter that I've built them. So there's some neat stuff like that. I do think the little task system is the most fascinating. It's just hey, I got rewarded for rebuilding the road. In Animal Crossing, guess what? Building is its own reward. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've just been bored because I've been waiting for the day to switch over so I can fucking or the time to switch over so I can get different fish or whatever. And then I start up the day again and red's not there, so I can't buy art and all this shit. And it's not like that in here. It's today is my lucky day, so I have more stuff to find. But it's not hey, today might be a day where a Pokemon arrives. It's no, that's not how this works. So
So that stuff that was my question. So that stuff doesn't get old then, like finding and building the habitats. Because like I said, I've actually looked into this game.
So every time you go to a different area, some of the habitats might be the same, but the Pokemon that arrive are different, and they're going to have a different set of abilities. And you're not dragging Pokemon from one area to another. The only one that comes with you is Tangrowth.
Okay.
So, you kind of need somebody with an ability in each area. So you're trying to max out.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'll ask when you get done.
No, finish your thing because I might be answering your question, but
gotcha. I wanted to know how many Pokemon and from what region are they pulling, or like all the regions?
Okay, so let me see here. I have.
Welcome to the Pokemon podcast.
I have 24 Pokemon right now. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing math in my head right now. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 of those 24 are from Gen 1.
Okay.
I will say I'm impressed with the selection outside of the starters, and like Pidgey, I guess. They have some interesting picks that I don't see a ton of.
Nice.
I think the interesting one is that for this type of game, again, not a spoiler because it's who you learn the ability from, but Hitmonchan is the one that teaches you how to break blocks, but like it's just an interesting Pokemon to have because in the Animal Crossing-esque game, you'd expect the cuter Pokemon. It's like, no, this one punches with boxing gloves on. You have some from Gen 2, but then like there's a couple of newer Pokemon like that I was interested in seeing. There's only been, in terms of the Pokédex, there's only been one legendary that I've met. I won't spoil that. It's a plot point. However, I realize I'm saying this on a podcast, so it's not going to help anyone. There is an audio cue that tells you that there's legendary Pokemon flying over.
Nice.
And if you're aware enough and able to sort of move blocks, because that's not an ability you have right away, they drop things. And there is a daily challenge sometimes that'll give you like the points to buy stuff with for getting what they drop. So every time I hear them, I stop what I'm doing and kind of look where they are in the sky and go over. But they're not in my Pokédex. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but they are like a random event that'll happen while you're playing. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? There is an island that is fully customizable, a la Animal Crossing. I've gone there. The game tells you do not go there until you're ready, and they said basically like, we don't think you're ready yet, but you can go ahead. I went there, kind of got a spoiler. I'm just going to say now, when it tells you don't go there, just don't. There's nothing there for you really until later anyways. So it's just not worthwhile until you've done other stuff on the main islands. They kind of did that in Dragon Quest Builders 2 as well, where the main area is not the main focus until you're kind of done the story. So it is nice that they give you... They really kind of wall it off, but when you realize you can get over there, you probably will. I'm just going to say, if you see the concrete road, don't follow it. There's just nothing there for you early on. You'd be better off focusing on the first area and then going through the doors that make you show the Pokédex. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. We'll see what changes in new areas other than just the environment, but there's still puzzles to solve in the first area that I'm not sure exactly what will happen when I'm done with them. And there's still Pokemon to draw in, which is what I'm trying to do. So, Yeah, and that's it for me. Like I've basically been putting time into that since Thursday.
Nice.
All right. Well, Terrence, why don't you tell us what you've been playing?
Okay. I will start with Resident Evil Requiem because I finished that this past week. So if you have not finished that and are spoiler sensitive, I'm going to give you about 5 seconds.
Whoa. There are people on the show that maybe don't want spoiled.
Who?
I don't know. Is Anthony
Brian
ever going to play
it?
Anthony likes Resident Evil.
Oh, Anthony. Oh, he does. Wait, are you playing it? Did you get it?
No, I haven't played. Man, I specifically asked for Procopia so I didn't have to spend $100. Think I'm dropping $100 on a different game?
Okay, I'm just saying.
Fine.
I was trying to save people.
Look, I'm going to say this now. I'm not going there. Like, I had to ask Ken what he was talking about. I don't care about spoilers. That is, just don't spoil the scares, I guess, is the thing I would say. Just say it's scary. So, like, I just don't want to be spoiled on the scares portion of it. I don't give a shit about the plot.
Okay, well, I won't then do that because I really wasn't going to spoil anything plot-wise because really it's, I mean, again, you go back to Raccoon City, but that was all over the marketing and the callbacks and Easter eggs and stuff is nice. But I mean, the story is, yeah. I mean, I don't know what I could tell you that spoil it and you would be like, oh yes, this makes sense because it's Resident Evil. So I mean, you know, but I was going to spoil stuff here. So for me, like I was telling Ken, we were talking about this privately. I would give this game a 10. I would, but for a very specific reason, it's going to get a 9.75 for me. And I can't tell you why because
that shit. I'm not gonna lie. That shit. That's just
like
scary shit.
I'm sure you can't. Don't tell me what it like. Either say where it is so Ken understands what you're talking about.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
He already knows.
It's late.
Yeah.
It's late in the game.
They talked about it privately.
Yeah,
we talked about it privately. Did you not hear that?
It's a late thing, and I'll just say it's the only thing in this game that I swear to God scared the shit out of me, and I was so glad we were done with that sequence. But yeah, fantastic game. Like, just is so much fun. And the way they blended the traditional kind of Resident Evil experience to the Resident Evil 6 kind of sort of 5 experience was kind of nice. You kind of got the best of both worlds. So I'm sure that's probably something that we'll probably see more of in the Resident Evil 10 when we get that 15 years from now.
It hasn't been that long. When did Village come out? What was the release?
No, it was like 5 years ago. Was it 2000?
Yeah, so I'm assuming between now and 10 we'll see, because obviously they leaked the Resident Evil 1 remake, but I also think we'll get the Code Veronica, so I think we'll get those two before we get 10.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah, for sure. I think those we'll see them before we see 10, because which is fine. But I will say with Requiem, I would like to see. Like I said before, I would like them to add mercenaries, which I think that leaked too, or they talked about it.
Well, there's rumor that there's 2 DLC in development.
Oh, 2. Okay, I only saw 1.
Said
so yeah,
what
cool.
it is yet, but yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. But yeah, so that's
that game's so fucking good. It's gonna be really hard to find a better game this year for me. I think that one shot straight to the top for me.
Yeah, it's really good. Like I said, it would get a 10, but 9.75.
I'm still giving it a 10 because it did scare the piss out of me. Jesus
man,
Christ! Fucking under.
That's like my one weakness.
Fucking like, under a table, God. Under the table. No,
right?
No,
like,
no.
What are we doing? Anyway, so Assassin's Creed Unity got its 60 frames per second patch. And I reinstalled that, and I loaded into, because I think I said it before, I never actually finished that game because of the bugs and issues and stuff that it had. So I was like, man, fuck this. And I loaded it and looked at the map, and I sent y'all a picture. There was so many icons like points on the map. I didn't even know where my character was amongst the chaos. I'm like, well, wait, so where am I? Like stuff was just overlapping, and it's just like that was, Ubisoft's heyday of the bullshit.
Oh, Unity is a weird game. Like technically, it's
like
one
I
of
said, Unity was like the peak of that 80 million icons on the map thing.
Yeah, and it was also one of the most technically impressive games, like, even to this day. Like, remember the fucking crowds in that game? They were insane.
Well, technically impressive most of the time.
Well, I mean, it ran like shit, but I'm just talking about, like, what they put into it is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, the traversal system with the free running up and down is still impressive.
The left and the right trigger shit.
The animations. Yeah, like that, because I was doing it all, and I forgot actually, which is crazy because there's fucking 4 of them on the picture. That this was the co-op one, and it had like missions that you could do co-op. So because there's a bunch of people playing it, because I think it hit Game Pass and it got this update. So I played some co-op missions, which I didn't do when it originally came out, which was actually a lot of fun. Doing that, so. I don't know. It's nice that they, the game has been fixed and stuff, but yeah.
How many years later? When did that game come out?
Yeah, this was 2015, I think.
11 years ago, and it's finally fixed. That's some early access right there.
That's what that is. Yes. That's what that is.
That's the longest early access period of any game of all time. Arno been waiting a long time.
Long time. Okay, so what else am I playing? I'm playing Greedfall 2, The Dying World.
Hey, Terrence, let me ask you: Did you play Assassin's Creed Rogue?
Yeah, yes. That one and Unity, and the side scroller ones are the ones I haven't finished, because I actually have I have the updated one for Rogue too, but I've never actually finished it all the way. That one actually was a lot of fun.
I loved Rogue, and that actually ties directly into Unity's story. So I was just curious if you had played it.
Yeah, because that's the one where they did Unity on the big boy consoles, and then Rogue was on the 360 PS3.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to have to reinstall Rogue then, because I have the remaster and the original, the 360 version.
It's
Rogue is really, really good. I love the story in that one.
It's a smaller game, isn't it too? Smaller?
What? Yeah, it's smaller. It's like it's basically like Black Flag, but in sort of the near Arctic. So there's a lot of ship combat in it, but I think you're in.
Isn't it in Ireland?
Somewhere in no, it's in the northeast of North America.
Yeah.
Because I for some reason remember them having very thick Irish accents in that game.
Well, your main character is he is he's Irish, but the game takes place in, I can't remember, somewhere in the North Atlantic, along the coast of North America.
Because it ties in 3, right? Because that one particular.
Yeah, it's kind of it bridges 3 in Unity.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Black Flag kind of is even though Black Flag takes place well before it, there's some callbacks to it.
Remember when they did that? Remember when they used to do that?
Yeah.
They don't really do that
when
anymore.
They used to tie stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when they didn't completely give up on the modern day story?
There it is. I was just about to say that. Like, yep.
I'm going to be honest with you. I know you guys like it, but I think 90% of people just don't give a fuck.
Well, they invested a lot.
The icons on the fucking map. Maybe they should play Unity, because if you're only here for gameplay, that one's clearly got a lot of it.
Well, I got to tell you, they invested a lot in the story, the modern day story, over Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, just to drop it like nothing for Shadows.
Yeah, maybe the next one will circle back.
Maybe.
I doubt it. If Black Flag is taking it out, I doubt it.
Well, I don't think the Black
Flag... It's different.
Yeah, it's a different story. Modern, like it fit.
This is exactly why they probably dropped it, because like this is too many caveats in this shit. Like ever since Aliens.
Well, yeah, I mean, right. The whole thing with Assassin's Creed, I wish we had gotten Desmond. Desmond got, oh god, his story. He deserves more. Like the whole premise of the first games was like they were training Desmond for this war with the Templar in the present. He never got to do shit in that war.
He just got a line in a flashback. It's like, oh, he did.
Yeah, oh my god, I don't know. I like the modern day stuff. Like I just wish that they would capitalize on it. At least one, even if it's a smaller project. Like do something. I don't know.
What pisses me off is with Valhalla and Mirage, they actually finally did something cool with the modern day stuff. And then they just completely dropped it. I mean, they finally had a hook that would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, this is really cool. And they're just like,
Origins.
We
would
prefer the War of the Circles.
And fuck you, spoilers for Assassin's Creed Origins, I guess. My favorite segment is when you're in I don't think it's below the pyramids, but you go into the ground and then there's the weirdly futuristic temple, and they start playing an audio message that isn't for Bayek.
Yeah, they did that.
It's for you.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a callback to Revelations. Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Well,
there are too many Assassin's Creed games.
But Ezio does that, right? Where he speaks right to the player or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This was what that was cool, and I was like, well, that's interesting. But like, what I liked was that, okay, we're in Egypt, so this is before even that, right? This is before even Ezio. This is so far back, and still yet, like, the pyramids have been around for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And you're underneath somewhere that, like, God knows who the last people that have been there, and they're going, oh, I know you're going to be here, and I know someone's going to be looking through your eyes, so this is for that person. And that's where I went, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, because at least Ezio, it's like, okay, well, he's aware someone will be watching. Right?
Yeah.
Bayek has no idea what the fucking that means.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. So to drop stuff like that, arguably the neat part, then what the fuck do you have? You just have an assassin running around? I mean, like, that's fine or whatever. But there's a series that's called Prince of Persia that you could just do that with, and just fucking put that skin over the Assassin's Creed thing and just call that a day.
Well, so you didn't finish Valhalla, right?
No.
Yeah, it's even, I don't know. To me, it's even more egregious after what they did with Valhalla.
It's been egregious the whole time, because they ended up. They killed Desmond, and as much as Black Flag is good, the whole, well, now they make video games. I went, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Like,
yeah, it got kind of dumb.
Okay, I'm like, I get it. Like, Abstergo, it's definitely Ubisoft. Like, what are you doing? And as a big fan of Watch Dogs, specifically the first game, there's weird moments where you are like, oh, Abstergo exists. Like, this is Abstergo exists in the Watch Dogs universe. We're just not there yet. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And especially with the last Watch Dogs, they should have really leaned into that and just made it part of the series. But whatever. And then in Far Cry 3, they also reference Abstergo, and I get it. It's crossover. It's all the properties that Ubisoft has, whatever. But they reference Abstergo being in the islands in Far Cry 3 doing fucking test work for what they would do in Assassin's Creed. That shit was interesting.
Yeah,
I couldn't give a shit about some of the assassins, I'm going to be honest.
Well, they have, there is, I mean, unless I just completely missed it, there is absolutely no reference to the end of Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Mirage when you finish Shadows, which is
There's not,
crazy to me.
unless I missed it too. Yeah, I haven't finished Mirage, and I probably should, but I did finish Valhalla. But I've seen like some of the stuff on Mirage, so I know, how that
Mirage
connection.
was a really good. I mean, I say short. It was still like 35 or 40 hours, but a nice short Assassin's Creed experience. I like that game.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. Okay, we went off on a tangent, man. I'm sorry. But I've been playing Unity. Beyond that, Greedfall 2, The Dying World. So I'm playing that for review. This is a weird one because it's been out in early access for quite some time, but I can't I guess talk about my score, and stuff like that. But one thing that I will say that that was shocking to me, and then I'll talk about it more next week, um, is the combat is not the same in the first game. It's no longer in action RPG. It's more a tactical combat game, a la Dragon Age Origins or Final Fantasy 13. So you don't directly, affect. You're going to be pausing, and which it has settings where you can not pause, but you'll be pausing and then giving commands to your people and yourself as well. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I guess
I do,
you're just
but I
not
guess
allowed to say.
I can't tell you, but yeah. So that was a shock to me, and I had no idea. Like, I didn't get that from any of the trailers and stuff that I had watched that they were making that change. So if you were looking at that game, being a fan of the first one, just know that it is not going to play the same. But we'll talk about it more next week. Marathon is out.
You wouldn't know.
So, I have not seen a lot of talk about it on social media, and I am in the process of reviewing it. They've asked to hold the reviews until the end game comes out, so we talk about the complete kind of experience. But I mean, I've talked about it before, the server slams and stuff. So this is. It feels the same. I guess they're going to make some changes. My biggest complaints continue to be that's by design. I don't know, but that just feels weird. It's really, really difficult. A lot more so than Arc Raiders. And when I say that, I'm talking about the AI enemies. So in Arc Raiders, the arcs, those machines are the enemies. In Marathon, it's the USEC. Robots, like the AI force. So there, are bipedal robots, and there's, grunts and commanders and different like varieties. But they take so many bullets to take down. And this is an extraction game. So that means that you're scavenging for ammo and everything. So every bullet that you're wasting fighting these robots, some team shows up and now you're dead. Because you don't have anything to fight the team that just showed up. So they need some sort of balance with that. And just the amount of like healing items and stuff that you come across is very, very slim. So you end up, and then couple that with the fact that your initial inventory space is really little. So you end up, bringing in a whole bunch of healing stuff. And, hella ammo. So when you're actually out here exploring, and scavenging, you can only find like 4 things because you ain't got no fucking space to hold anything. So I don't know. It needs some work as far as where I'm concerned, but I don't know. We'll see. Like the gunplay is fun. It's Bungie, Halo, Destiny. I'll never say that Destiny is not, the gunplay is not enjoyable in that game because it is. Just a lot of the other stuff became monotonous, but yeah, so the gunplay is good. Like the guns all feel good. Graphically, it's great. I really dig, and I talked about it last week, the aesthetic that they have going on. I don't know. At first, it was weird, but like the more I've seen it and kind of experienced it in the world, like the bright colors and the kind of blocky shapes and kind of weird font and kind of stuff. It kind of reminds me like a Blade Runner type stuff. Like it actually really, I'm vibing with it. I think it is really cool. But yeah, so I'll get an official review out. I think at the end of this month is when they said the in-game stuff is going to launch. But yeah, so is
that not for sale right now?
That's the joke.
So that's what's weird.
Hold on. They're asking to so they're selling this game and they're asking you, please hold off until the stuff is finished. Motherfucker, don't sell the game then.
They said it's not a requirement. It was just a request so that you saw.
Yeah, it's a request.
I get it, but it's just like that's such a horseshit. Like, we know this game is bad right now. Please don't punish us. And it's like.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about it.
Then delay it. But if we delay it, it'll make us look bad.
Well, look, I'm all for companies being bullshit. But let's go back to Destiny. And if you remember Destiny when it came out, everybody's like, "Oh, this is kind of neat." And then they dropped that first raid, and that's where the game kind of got like insanely good.
Right.
So I understand.
My thing is like, look, I was very nice, partially because I forgot, but also because like I also put it aside, hoping that a patch would fix it with like Sacred 2, and we weren't asked for any of that, but they said there was one coming, and boy, did it not do anything. But it's like.
I just think it's a different thing when you're talking about a multiplayer game versus a single player game.
I get it.
Like, you can't put the end game out at the beginning because ain't nobody going to be ready for it.
Right. I mean, well, this is similar to what Activision did with Call of Duty. They didn't ask us to hold it. They just gave us buffed characters to experience the end game.
Yeah, but even at that point, you can give somebody the levels, but you can't give somebody the experience.
So here's the thing. Right. Marathon is $40.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Or the deluxe version, which I'm not doing the math in my head. 60.
It's
okay.
$59 American, yeah.
Okay, it's $74.99 Canadian. So that's $50 for the main game, American. Or Canadian, I should say. So I don't know. It's just, what are we doing?
I mean, they're live service games. Like, the world has kind of changed to where when you're talking about a multiplayer game, it's harder to. There's no way, because you don't get these games before they release, because there's nobody to play with. So,
okay, I see. Yeah, right.
Like, you have to play and experience it, and like you could, like, I'm sure somebody's written a review of Marathon already. I'm sure there's a scored review sitting out on the internet.
Probably.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, you didn't play everything, you didn't see, and it's not like I feel like you should have to finish every game, but you should at least see like what the game is going to be at the end, and you clearly haven't made it there yet.
Right. That's usually my approach to reviews too. Like, I want to be able to see everything. That's why a lot of the ones that we'll get early that might have a multiplayer portion, I won't make embargo because I want to experience the multiplayer, how it's supposed to work.
And it's impossible to do that without real people out there playing the game.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know if Marathon is going, because we have this conversation all the time on here about, the one. Everybody kind of has their one game in a genre. If
there's a king for every genre.
Yeah. Well, right. There's a king for every genre, and for every person. It's going to be different.
100%.
Ryan JRPGs, he gonna play Dragon Quest before he play a Final Fantasy.
Well, you're talking about single player. I was more referring to like multiplayer, like. Once you invest,
I know that. I was going to circle it around, sir. I was just trying to make a joke and bring Ryan into the conversation. You killed my flow, bro.
Ryan's still playing BioShock 2 multiplayer. He don't play new games.
Hey, BioShock 2's multiplayer was actually pretty good.
I know. We played that quite a bit. It was good.
I heard it was good. But yeah, I don't know if Marathon is going to dethrone, Arc Raiders. It's different for
But
sure.
even Arc Raiders isn't the only extraction shooter that's popular. That's the other problem.
No, it's not. That's
like, was it
Tarkov?
Yeah, Escape from Tarkov is like the king. Arc Raiders came in and took a little bit of it, and it's doing well. Like, are you gonna get another one? I don't.
Well, I guess the reason where I'm looking at it, because you're right, that is, I think, the pecking order. But Tarkov is only on PC, whereas Arc Raiders it has console and PC.
And that's probably why it did a little better.
Exactly. Right. So I think it has that. Marathon is also going to be on both. So it's going to share that. I don't think that people will necessarily stop playing Arc Raiders to start playing Marathon. And I'm more so talking about the people that is on, console and stuff, because obviously the other ones, they might be playing Tarkov. I just don't see it.
It's very telling for me that me and Anthony both were like I asked it the other day, and he asked it just now, is this game out? Because nobody's fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, the whole conversation around Marathon was like, oh, it looks stupid. Like, people didn't like the look of it. But I never saw a tweet from, and it probably exists, but I didn't even see a tweet from PlayStation being like, oh, our first-party extraction shooter is out. You should pick it up today. I never saw that tweet. I never saw people going, oh yeah, we finally got in. Like, when Arc Raiders came out, people were talking about that shit. Like,
yeah,
constantly. In Marathon, I've seen 2 or 3 people go, that's out? You could buy it? I did not know that.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I mean, as these things usually are, because, like I said, those are my complaints with it. Difficulty and the availability of some of the stuff. I mean, it looks cool, but
PlayStation could not get a live service game outside of Helldivers to fucking stick at all. At this point, Fair Games is DOA. Nah, that game ain't coming out.
Wait, which one is Fair Games?
That's the Jade Raymond game that, she left.
Oh, she already left. Yeah, no.
That game is dead. Like, when you can't even get a Twisted Metal online game, which I would be, like, of all people, I would be interested if there was a live service Twisted Metal game. They couldn't even get that off the ground. That Horizon game, that thing's gonna fucking flop.
I'm curious about that one too. I think it's on PC.
It's on PC and PlayStation. It looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, it just does.
The art style is...
It's a choice.
But it is a choice. I think, and I may have said this in the past about this game, because I do think that Aloy is kind of boring, but the combat in that game, at least in the second one, with all the different stuff and like the boss fight stuff when you're fighting some of the bigger the machine monsters, I was going to say dinosaur monsters, whatever.
They're dinosaurs.
It's kind of dope. So doing that multiplayer, I see the vision, right? I think that could be fun. But I don't, everybody's not me. And a lot of people was down on that game. So
well, I mean, most people aren't you. Like, they'll pick it up for like a day or two and they'll be like, oh, that's neat. And they'll never go back to it.
Yeah. And that type of game, you need continued players because it's like a Monster Hunter type thing. Like, you need to grind.
Is it free?
Gear and stuff. I don't think it is.
I don't know if they've said.
Like, I think that's PlayStation's biggest problem is, like, every multiplayer game they do, they've got to charge you for it. And I think that's a mistake. Like, I understand their thinking, like, we got to get that upfront money because we spent a lot on this. But, like, you're not going to try it if it's $40.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody going to drop $40 to try. So, I don't know.
This is where, I miss demos. Demos used to be a good thing. Let people try
like, make it, at least, if you're smart, put, like, a free-to-play weekend of your game, like, when it first launches to see if people like it. And then, like, if you want to charge the $40 for it, put that free weekend up, see if it catches. Like, it doesn't speak to the confidence in your game to me when you're aiming for a market that, let's be honest, who's it dominated by? Fortnite, which is how much? Free. Marvel Rivals, which is how much? Free. Overwatch, which is how much? Free.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Put up a free weekend, let people play it. Maybe they'll spend the $40.
That's a good idea, actually. It should have did that.
At least maybe then you'd know the game was out.
That shit. Yeah. And to that point, you're right. I don't I haven't spent a lot of time on social media because I've had some personal family stuff going on. But I did see. I mean, I've seen rarely or hardly any of the usual suspects, I should say, tweeting about this game. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I do think I did see the PlayStation tweet, but it wasn't from PlayStation. It was Bungie's tweet that PlayStation just like retweeted. That's what it was. Like it had a little thing at the top. Yeah, that's what it was.
I saw PlayStation's tweet about South of Midnight. What are we doing?
I saw that. I did see that. Yeah.
Like, I didn't see their tweet about Marathon, but I saw their tweet about South of Midnight. PlayStation, what are you doing?
Like, come on, man. So,
like, how do you think Bungie feels if you didn't actually tweet about the game? Like, come on. I don't know. Bungie's fallen from grace for me. I thought Destiny was cool, then it just got to be too much. I don't have a lot of interest in Marathon. God, I miss Halo Bungie. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, and I feel like, because like I said in our chat on our Discord, like I had watched a video because I never played the Marathon game back in the day, but this game ties into the lore of that lost ship, the USEC Marathon, but like it has some like really cool stuff, like. And like storytelling and narrative and stuff. Like I don't know why they didn't like make this a single player like narrative. Like why? I don't know. Making it a multiplayer extraction shooter, like it makes sense. Like with the ship being lost and it took so long for it to get that far out. Like when you start to see some of the cutscenes and stuff they put in there. But like I don't know, story wise, it just would have been a much better fit just to be a single player game.
I don't think Bungie's ever going to do another single-player game.
I guess not. And that's a shame.
Makes me sad.
I think that's it because I can talk about Starship Troopers next week. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Wombat, you up?
Okay. Well, I really haven't played much of anything, so I'll be quick. I played some more Undisputed, which I still like. It's definitely got its problems. The commentary's terrible, so you might as well just turn the commentary off.
Yeah.
I multiple times knocked down an opponent in like the 7th round, and the commentator will be like, "Are we gonna have a first round knockout?" Like, no, we are not.
We are not, sir.
We are not. We are not, Todd Grisham. But I still.
What sport is this?
Boxing.
Okay.
But I still enjoy the game. It's a fun boxing game.
Yeah.
And it's been a good game to just kind of play on my Portal while I'm sitting on the couch. So, and then I played some more. I've been trying to play through the first Blood Omen. So I played some more of that. And I went ahead and just turned some cheats on so that I can play through it a little bit faster, without having to really worry too much. So I'm going through that now.
Nice.
That's really it.
Cheating for the win.
It hasn't been much of a game week. What'd you say?
Cheating for the win.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I always cheat in old games because I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I won't spend a whole lot of time because I've spent most of my time playing mini shoot adventures, which, goddamn, that game is good.
Right? I said it. I was on this train early.
Yeah, this is the best way to describe it is that it's a twin stick shooting Zelda.
Yep.
Man, is it good. It is. It's on Game Pass, so you should play it. I think I've done 2 of the dungeons, the boss dungeons, so I'm on to the 3rd. There are 4 total. If I had a complaint about it, I wish it would be a little better about telling me
Where to go?
What's that?
Where to go?
Yeah, that would help a lot. I spend a lot of time revisiting areas that I've been just to see if I missed.
It was the one on the sort of top right corner of the first area that I like totally missed because I was like, "Oh, you want me to do that? Okay, my bad."
Are you talking about the 3rd dungeon where you got to light the 4 torches?
Yeah, that's the one.
I can't find the 4th torch. That's actually exactly where I'm at. I cannot find the 4th fucking torch. It's driving me crazy.
Where it was, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Like it does that whole old school thing where it kind of explains to you through the environment. Like it's got 4 torches around it. You know, the top right one is in the top right of the map. The top left one is in the top left of the map. But there are like places I can't get to. And then I try to get to them from where I'm at, and I have to do a big loop back around the map to get somewhere. Like that's my biggest complaint is I do a lot of unnecessary backtracking as opposed to like progressive backtracking, which is frustrating at times, but I keep playing it. Like it's so good. I'm having so much fun with it. Like I spent so much time exploring at the beginning that the first boss I just like cakewalked because I was so leveled up at that point that it wasn't even a challenge. I'm playing the final version of Fatal Frame 2 remake, which is out this week, but I can't talk about the full game. I can just kind of mention because there's a demo out.
Slowly reach for your score, but pull back at the last second, Ken.
No, what I'm going to say is I'm only going to talk about the technical stuff, which is the most disappointing part of this game, is that it is locked on console to 30 frames a second, which is just ridiculous. The original was at 60. I don't understand why they did this.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I went back and played it on the original Xbox. It's running at 60 frames a second. I don't understand why the new one doesn't. I will also say that whoever the fuck coded that goddamn film grain in this remake needs to be fired.
It's that bad, huh?
The most I hate film grain in video games. I get it in a game like this, like a horror game where everything's kind of dark and creepy. But Jesus Christ, this is the most aggressive, worst film grain I've ever seen in my life. It makes the game look like shit. And the models in the game are good. So I don't like it. I really don't like that look. It's just...
You can't turn it off?
Nope. It is not an option.
That's some bullshit.
Yep. I'm not happy about the way this game looks and moves, because 30 frames a second in the year of our Lord 2026, what the fuck are we doing? Especially when the original was not. Like, I don't get it. And then the last thing I'll talk about, just so I'm not spending a ton of time in here, I have been playing the Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered version. Man, kudos to that team. They did an amazing job. Like, the new camera is incredible. The visuals, the upgraded visuals are really nice. They've redone, I don't know if they've redone or if they've like remastered the cutscenes, but they're all like crystal clear now, full widescreen.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. I love that, like, every level that was cut from the game, you can go in and kind of run around. Most of them don't have enemies or things to do, but you can just run around them and see what they look like, and they'll give you like a little pop-up text of like, this level was meant for this, and like, this is what was supposed to happen.
Oh, cool.
That's neat.
Did you play the Dark Prophecy?
Yes, so there's a demo for the Dark Prophecy as well, which is only in the Collector's Edition, which I think really sucks. I'm not going to lie. It's only an extra $5, but it still sucks that it's separate, you know?
Yeah.
But I did play that, and it's cool to see that, but it's also kind of broken. Like the first area, there's a big like giant enemy, and I could get it stunned in its animation and it wouldn't move. So like you can tell it's unfinished, which is fine, but it's still cool to see. And it was originally going to be just Kane. There was no Raziel in that one.
So, well, that should
yeah,
be.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a ton of extra content in here. So if you're a Kane fan, definitely pick it up. I mean, there are so many logs to read and developer diaries and stuff. It's
I love
massive.
when they do that. Hey, we're gonna show you all the shit that you shouldn't probably see. Here's some broken stuff that we didn't finish. That was like one of my favorite things when they Ratchet and Clank 2 Going Commando had the Insomniac Museum. And it was just their test chambers that they used to like, here's the angle that we max, like, here's where it maxes out, where Ratchet can't walk up the angle anymore.
Yeah.
And here's like an enemy that we like had almost finished coding and we decided, never mind. Like, I love that shit.
Oh, this game is full of it. Like I said, there's probably 10 to 15 like little levels you can play around in that were never put into the final game here.
Nice.
And they didn't even, like, the graphic upgrade is there, but they didn't add the camera into this, so it's still the static camera that kind of moves with you. Also, I discovered yesterday when I was playing it, you can switch back and forth the graphics modes, like to the original, just by like pressing the back button.
I like when they do that.
So, yeah, no,
Man,
if you're a Legacy of Kain fan,
remake
you got to get it.
Of the first one. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it this week because there's been a lot of Kain activity. Like they got a Discord now, and they got all kind of like they got to be doing something with Kain. We about to get something aside from Ascendancy, or is it Ascendancy? Is that what it's called?
I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna play that game.
I can't remember what it's called.
I wish it wasn't like little pixel game. I don't know.
I do too.
Ascendance.
Yeah. Ascendance. Okay, yeah.
That's it.
Like, I wish it wasn't as pixely as it was, but listen, I'm here for it.
You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean any disrespect to BitBot Media on this one, but after hearing how meh the God of War game was.
Oh, yeah. That's Mecha
Wait, is that who's doing this one?
That's Mecha Cat.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the reason why I'm saying, like, it's not BitBot Media's issue. It's just, hey, we just got one of these, and it wasn't great.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm hoping Ascendance is better than Sons of Sparta.
God, I hope it's good.
I did play all those games you recommended last week, though, Anthony. What was it, like Sir Noggin and whatever?
Hold on. Give me a second.
What was his name?
I'm looking at Sir Noggin.
The Steam games that look like Master System games?
Sega game.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think I bought like 4 of them.
And they cost you a whole $5, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They're good. They're fun. They're very basic, which is fine for,
of course,
for $1.
I mean, that's what they are, yeah. But
yeah, I enjoyed them, and I have to say, Steam Link works really good on my Apple TV. I was kind of shocked.
Hey, nice. I'm sorry, I was busy looking at what BitBot Media has done up until now.
And they're the ones doing Ascendance, correct?
Yeah. They did. They're working. Wow. I don't think any of these games are. So they're working on the Rocky Horror Show video game.
I saw that. That's such a weird thing.
Sure, whatever. They are doing Scandroid: The Lost Horizon, the video game, which I don't think is out either.
That's not a real thing. That's a fake. That's fake news.
What is that? Like, right? What? Scandroid.
Scandroid is the synthwave act of industrial musician Cell Dweller.
Fake news.
Don't ask me how I know.
All right.
But yeah, Lost Horizon. I don't think that game is out.
Not sure I've even heard of that game.
Yeah, I can't find a fucking proof that this game exists outside of their website. So okay. And Terror in the Corn, the video game.
Yay.
Wait, what was that last one?
Terror in the Corn.
Oh God!
Took that a different direction than where I thought it was going. You just hear his version of "Word Up" from the fucking distance.
Word up.
And you see the dog with a human head, and you go, "Oh God."
Brother, I can't talk about Jonathan Davis. No, I will say bad things. I can't do it. We're just gonna move on to the what's out this week.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
He's got
a bad person.
He's got problems.
Okay.
He's gotten clean. That. He's gotten clean, I believe. But yeah, he used to be on the pipe. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good for you. You don't want to do that.
All right. What's out this week? We got Age of Wonders 4, Rise from Ruin.
Terrence with the most effective anti-drug message I've ever heard in my life. That's no good for you. You don't want to do that.
I mean, he's not wrong.
This man smoked crack. Oh yeah, that's not good for you. You don't want to do that.
No, don't do that. That's so bad for you.
And now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
There you go.
Joe.
Oh man!
All right, Age of Wonders 4: Rise from Ruin, City Skylines Race Day, Greedfall: The Dying World Deluxe Edition, One Cat Line, Bubblegum Galaxy, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly Remake.
Bubblegum Galaxy.
Bubblegum, not Bubblegum, Bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Mash X to run across the country.
They should have made a Bubba Gump shrimping game at some point.
Hell yeah, like a NES style fishing game. Hell
like what's it, Dredge, but you're driving a Bubba Gump shrimping boat.
Press square to shake Kennedy's hand.
Every now and then, Forrest just jumps off the boat and starts swimming home.
Right.
If you time the button press right, you buy Apple at like $1 a share.
It's a Telltale like game, and one of your choices can save Lieutenant Dan from losing his legs. And your choice, it just says Lieutenant Dan will remember that, and the next time you see him, he has no legs.
You have to do the balancing mini game during the storm with Lieutenant Dan on the.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say the balancing game with Jenny on the balcony.
No, come on, man.
The game starts off. You actually put all the sequences play different, and you choose it from a box of chocolates.
Do you think they could get the rights to?
That's your episode menu. Is a box of fucking assorted chocolates.
Oh God, that's great.
Do you think they could get the license for Freebird?
But only like an 8-bit digitized version.
Oh hell yeah, I would totally jam out to some fucking 8-bit Freebird, some chiptune Freebird. Hell yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
Beedly 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 beedly. Oh, Parkour Labs, Road Out, Stellar Wonder DX. I don't know why Styx Blades of Greed and Marvel Cosmic Invasion on here. I'm assuming they're physical versions. Huh. MLB The Show's out this week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't heard about that either.
Yeah. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, Technotopia, the little version of WWE 2K26, and Zumba Galactic Marble Blast.
Did you say the little version?
Yeah, the one that's cheaper.
Oh.
The one that's normal price. That's not like $400 to get it early.
Yeah.
That was funny. I've heard like nothing but bad things about that game. Something with I think you put that in there about the battle pass.
Yeah, it's got a battle pass, and not only does it have a battle pass, but in the island mode where you can like level up or whatever, it's got a prestige. So when you prestige, all your stats reset, and the stats are paid for via virtual currency.
I'm looking for my controller, and I don't see a Tige button.
I don't know if you know this, but the Switch 2 has a C button. Man. Has anybody ever pressed it?
Nope. Nope, because I don't have a camera.
Me either. Ghost of Yotei Legends is out this week as well.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Nothing for the Switch. I mean, other than same stuff that's on everything else, which is crazy now that Switch gets big boy games.
They do.
Yeah, WWE, Fatal Frame, and Monster Hunter Stories 3 are also all coming to the Switch. All right, let's do some news. Game Pass, first wave for March, includes EA Sports F125, Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, Construction Simulator, Cyberpunk 2077, DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse Ready to Party, Tuati, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Those are premium.
That Marvel Cosmic Evasion must be wrong because I'm seeing April 17th as the physical version, so I think it got moved.
Maybe just an update. Just not updated, I guess. According to leakers, Starfield is coming to PS5 on April 7th. Which I'm guessing
sure
that's...
not to play it.
Yeah, enjoy, ?
Jesus Christ. Doom the Dark Ages director Hugo Martin says that the DLC is so big it's basically a sequel. Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay, make a sequel that's not Doom the Dark Ages.
Please do, because I didn't care for Doom the Dark Ages.
Make a sequel that's like Doom 2016, please and thank you.
Xbox teased their new console. It's called Project Helix, and everybody got on a fight on the internet calling it a console. That's where we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Why does anybody care what it's called?
We're doing too much, man.
Xbox Spiral Staircase is my favorite.
But it's like, Jeff Keighley got an argument with a journalist because he called it a console. He called it a PC, and the journalist was like, "No, it's a console." No, it's PC. Like, dude, are we in the Apple commercial again?
Can you just ignore Jeff Keighley from now on? Can we just, as a group?
No, because he hosts half of the goddamn shows we watch.
Yeah, we have made him too powerful, and now we hate him.
You got a mouse in your pocket? What Wii are you talking about?
What Wii? Hey, I like that one, buddy. All right, okay, that's fair.
Ryan over here acting like he don't watch the Game Awards. Like what?
I do watch the Game Awards. That's true.
But that was
so you are the mouse in Terrence's pocket. Okay.
I refuse to take credit or blame for Jeff Keighley's career.
As a Canadian, he's your problem now.
I mean, it's more your fault than anybody's.
No,
I guess it is actually. Yeah. But no,
I just had a very bad joke jump into my head. I'm just going to save it.
Probably a good idea. Blue Point was working on a God of War games as a service title where Atreus falls in the Hades. That's a weird sentence. Where Atreus fall in the Hades.
Okay.
After the title was canceled, Blue Point pitched a Bloodborne remake. Sony said number-wise it makes sense, but From Software doesn't want it to happen. And I did hear because From Software doesn't want anybody else touching the game, which I get. But also, how pissed off are people reading that? Like, we could have had a Bloodborne remake.
Yeah.
From Software is never going to do it because From Software is just going to keep making new games, which they should.
Well, they have that not Bloodborne coming out on Switch 2 at some point.
You mean the Elden Ring-ish game?
No. With
the guns?
No, it's the Bloodborne one. It looked, everybody was like, Bloodborne? And it's not Bloodborne, it's
Boy,
Switch.
It's gotta piss people off that that's only on Switch. And PlayStation dudes are pissed.
The Dusk Bloods.
Jesus Christ.
The Dusk Bloods.
Yeah, Dusk Bloods.
So there's gonna be some worm with like 16 legs as a boss in this game or some weird shit.
You know it.
When you say I've been in the old science fiction first person shooter realm as of late, and one of the terminals or things from like I think it's System Shock 2 Guy talks about the worms.
Can we?
Made out, a little worm crawled into my ear, told me how to make a gun made out of worms. It even shoots worms.
Is anybody else like not concerned that like From Software can't even get like their games to run at a decent clip on more powerful hardware that the Duskbloods is exclusive to the Switch?
Yeah, that's
No man, isn't Elden Ring still coming to the Switch as well? Nobody's seen it in a while.
Supposed to be. Yeah.
Wonder if they're having trouble getting that to run too. I don't know. From Software is good at a lot of things. Technical prowess is not one of them. Also, from Brandon Sheffield from Necrosoft Games said he pitched a Bloodborne-related project to Sony, and he could name 10 other devs that did the same thing, but it won't happen until From Software decides they want to do it.
I have a feeling they'll never do it.
No, that's what I just said. They're too busy making new stuff. They're not going
Well,
back
it's not
to
even
the
that.
old.
It's that they don't own it.
Well, they
Right?
have the final say, though. That's Sony respecting From Software.
Well, I'll give Sony credit. They are respecting that, but you know they don't own that IP. They own.
Well, they also
other
know.
IPs.
They also know that if they released a Bloodborne that was not From Software, everybody would shit on it. So
that too.
they're sort of respecting it by default.
But they let Blue Point do.
That got blessing, though.
Well, I'm just saying though, it's
A lot of people don't like that remake either because it changed the look of the game. So,
I mean, Blue Point
I
was
thought
starting
that
to get
remake
into
was
that.
great.
I love the Shadow of the Colossus remake, but Wander does not look like he did in the original. You know, it is what it is.
all right.
I love the Demon Souls remake.
No, I know a lot of people do, but there are a lot of you know how the Souls people are. The Souls people are a different breed.
Yeah, well, you know what? I played the game before. I played the original Demon Souls before it came out, so my opinion matters more than theirs does.
This is fucking. That's the equivalent of fucking like I knew the Olsen twins before they were famous. Like, what are you doing?
Well, that's
over...
weird because they were famous when they were like 2.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the same kind of energy you were delivering there. You're like, you want to talk about Souls game? I played before any of you motherfuckers.
Kingsfield.
That's man. We used to have conversations about that game back in the day. We're like, who the fuck would like this?
And then Eternal Ring.
And Eternal Ring sucked so bad. That game
Shadow
so
Tower.
horseshit.
Shadow Tower is a terrible game. I'm just gonna throw that out there. The game's bad.
All the games that where they were basically doing the same thing, and the audience just wasn't there yet.
So they put it in third person, and all of a sudden it became a hit.
Yeah.
Here was the big story of the week. I think we might have touched a little bit on this last week. That Sony no longer plans to release its big single-player games on PC. According to reports, Ghost of Yotei was damn near complete and ready to release, and Sony is pulling back all PC games.
All right, enjoy my no money. Yeah, I'm not buying a console to play your games. I'm sorry, you don't put enough games out frequently enough to make that worthwhile for me.
That's fair. I still think this is all in response to
Microsoft.
Xbox.
Well, and the Steam machine too. They've kind of, it's kind of been rumored that the Steam machine was a factor in this as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't want to. They don't want competition for their boxes.
Yeah, several boxes that are going to be able to play PC games under the television.
That's so petty, man. Like,
well, I mean, look at
it's also stupid. Like, you're turning down money because who cares? They're not playing on your box. You're still going to make money from the person purchasing the game. So,
well, I don't know if you know this, but the box matters, and if you don't hug and kiss it, you're weird.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I can't wait for them to say that Wolverine didn't make enough money or whatever. You know what I mean? Because they're paying for these licenses, and we know that the license is expensive. Specifically in that case, I mean, MLB forced their hand, was like, put this shit on everything.
Yeah, MLB was tired of one income. They're like, give me all the incomes. Because who doesn't want more money?
And be like, put it on everything, because y'all leaving money on the table. Because Disney is greedy too, so they might be looking at it like, nah, let everybody put it on everything.
Yeah, that's very weird to me that Disney / Marvel would be okay with them cutting back revenue.
Yeah.
I don't know. The response to this online has been very troubling for me, to see people like celebrating this like it's good for consumers, and I'm like, no, it's good for people who want to say that I can pigeonhole my games to a certain place. Like you're not allowed to play it unless you own the same plastic box that I do, which I think is motherfucker, you ain't in grade school. You ain't talking on the playground what's better, Super Nintendo or Genesis.
Not to mention, there's almost no situation, and I'm not just talking about games, I'm talking in general, where exclusivity is a consumer benefit.
No, it's not. Right. Look how many fucking streaming subscriptions we have to subscribe to just to watch fucking movies.
Yeah, it's a benefit to the business.
Yeah.
In that you're locked into their ecosystem. But it's not a consumer benefit.
No, there's nothing consumer friendly about it at all. And they're like, well, it creates competition. I'm like, competition between these consoles is dead at this point. Like, PlayStation's going to sell 100 million, Nintendo's going to sell 100 million, Xbox is going to move like 30 to 50 million, and people ain't changing their mind at this point. Like, there's no new people to get unless you go where other people are.
Right.
And it's not like somebody was doing the numbers on this, and I think I sent the message in the Discord about how like these big tentpole PlayStation games don't ever change. They sell about 9% of the install base. That's been the same since the beginning of time, and PlayStation has pretty much had the same sales every generation. So like, keeping it exclusive is not going to bring them more money, and in fact, it's going to lose them more money. There ain't a PC gamer out there that's going to be like, oh, after 30 years, I finally need to buy a PlayStation. Like, it's just...
You're right.
It's not going to happen. Like, I don't know, man. If you hug your console, you kiss your console, you lick your console, you can get the fuck out of my life. I don't even want to talk to you. You're a weirdo. Anyway. Moving on. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Mario Tennis, Virtual Boy, and Mario Clash are coming to the NSO on March 10th. They can't really trickle Virtual Boy games because they'll be out of them in like a week.
Yeah. That's a very... You've never seen a trickle as small as that.
What else we got here? Super Mario Galaxy Movie Direct is happening today as of that you're listening to this.
Oh.
I can't believe they have directs for movies. That's just so weird to me.
That's their thing.
They also announced 2 new amiibos for Kirby Air Riders, which, boy, you want to talk about a game that came and died. I've never heard anybody talk about that. They're doing a King DDD amiibo, which launches July 2nd. All right, I'm going to read this sentence, and if you told me you made this up or had like an AI generate some funky words, I'd have believed you. The first event for Pokemon Pokopia, which helps you to befriend Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff, runs from March 10th to the 25th.
They're from the second generation of Pokemon.
I knew you would know, but I'm just reading words, and if I read those words to my wife, she would be like, "Are you insulting me? Or are you having a stroke?" One of the two. Boy, this story came out...
Both. That's the reason why it's so nonsensical.
This story came out right around the same time PlayStation, the rumor came out that they're pulling back. Capcom says PC sales account for approximately 50% of total unit sales, and they expect this ratio to increase. They will also further strengthen their PC development.
It's definitely going to increase with considering Xbox's next console is a PC.
And there's a Steam box coming out.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a PC, Ryan. It's a console.
Okay. Well, it's a PC console. It's a console.
A console.
A console.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh Christ! This story was out here. Mega Man Star Force Legacy.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Here's the question. If Xbox's next console is a PC, are they going to make it upgradable?
No.
Meaning, can I swap the RAM?
No, I don't think so.
See? So it is a console.
I mean, that's what they call. See, that's what they called it.
Jeff Keighley is the only one that's going to argue with you.
Fuck
And
him.
he will.
Do you want to talk to Jeff Keighley in any way? No.
No.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Just walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Jeff, High Guard is dead."
It's dead.
All right. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection producer Shingo Izumi said, "A Mega Man Legends Legacy Collection is among the candidates for a future Mega Man collection."
Yeah, it should be the candidate. You're
Hell
running out
yeah.
of Mega Man games.
I mean,
Right.
they're out of all the other ones, so I mean, that's it. That's the only one they haven't done.
Yeah, like they've only got stragglers at this point.
I was gonna say among the candidates. What are the other candidates?
From their others, there's still some of the original Mega Man games missing.
I told you, Mega Man DOS collection.
Nobody wants that.
I kind of do.
That's somehow worse than Mega Man Legends. It's hard to believe,
they,
but
they still have there's a bunch of stragglers from like Mega Man and Mega Man X, and then Battle Network has 2. Don't think Zero's actually missing any, surprisingly.
What are the Mega Man X stragglers that aren't in the X Legacy collection?
Command Mission.
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah, I'm not counting that. I get it.
And the PSP remake, Maverick Hunter X.
Oh, yeah. You're right. That's not in the... I forgot Maverick Hunter wasn't in
the Game
there.
Boy Color game, Mega Man Extreme.
I mean, we're out here doing Star Force Legacy collections. Like,
shut your mouth.
Anthony's one of the only people in the world that loves Star Force.
I was gonna say he's got to be the one that this collection was made for, which just tells you how much people don't care about Legends.
No, so fuck you.
Everybody cares about Legends.
Nobody cares about Legends. There's like 12 people.
That? He was shooting at me with his main hand and blind shooting at you too. Fuck
He
this
do that
asshole.
shit all the time. Like,
Fucking bitch.
Hey,
if it ain't Mega Man Legends, it's fucking Shenmue. Why does stuff always catch strays? Like, God. Anyways, go ahead.
Fucking goddamn. Anyways, the Mega Man Star Force games are very expensive, as are the Legends games. So,
well, some people
They
pay
are
a lot
very
of money
expensive.
for shit, I guess.
God. Great.
I know you said, Ken, on the Discord, how would they do a digital Eclipse version of Mega Man Legends? I think they could do it pretty easily. They just have to talk about the development of these 3D Mega Man games, talk about the development of Mega Man 3 that got aborted.
No,
include the playable demo that one person in the world has ever gotten to play.
I mean, here's the problem with that, though, is they usually get, the developers that worked on the game, and all those guys have got to be embarrassed at this point.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
I mean, right. Jesus. Imagine. Listen, I can't wait till we find out who that dude was shooting at on Eternal Champions, so we can
Terrence,
dunk on him about that shit.
You forget that I tell you every time. I know it's a bad game, and also you should have some respect. That man is dead.
Well, we all gonna die. Why should I respect?
I'm just saying they can't.
First?
No, I'm just saying they can't. They can't talk to the guy who made Eternal Champions because he's deceased.
Holy shit!
Oh gosh.
Okay. Well, we're all gonna die is one way to just be like, "Fuck you." I'm going to continue.
I'm voting. I'm voting Terrence as the new the more you know guy. Between his take on drugs and death, we're good.
We all gonna die, just not from smoking crack.
You should do that. That's bad.
That's not good for you.
It's not good for you.
You were talking about like how would Digital Eclipse do, and I was thinking how they would do any Mega Man collection as the Gold Series, because like I said in our chat, they did do the Mega Man.
The first one.
Yeah. But I was thinking like, oh, then you'd have to talk to KJ Inafune, and then my brain, I'm gonna make myself laugh, was thinking about how you do one with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh Lord!
And all the interviews with Yuji Naka, it would just have bars over in front.
It's through a glass window on a telephone.
Yeah. Dude, you know you'd watch that shit.
I would watch every second of it, but they'd really have to change what his role was every time there's a new video to inside trader to Yuji Naka.
Yuji Naka, current prisoner.
But yeah, current prisoner, punished creator.
All right.
Programmer of his own prison.
My own prison. The Trump administration is debating if Tencent should be allowed to have a stake in U.S. game companies or if they should divest itself from Epic Games, Discord, and Riot Games. Didn't this happen the first term?
I can't wait to see what billionaire friend of his he forces them to sell their stuff to.
Go fuck yourself.
I think this happened during the first term, though. I think this was floated then as well. I don't think this is new.
Debate sucking my dick. That's what I have to say to that.
Fake news.
Fucking small hand asshole.
Don Daglow will receive the Lifetime Achievement Award, and Interplay Productions co-founder Rebecca Heinemann will be honored with the Ambassador Award at GDC.
Good.
Rightfully so. Unfortunately, she's not around to accept it, but yeah.
The Division 10th anniversary includes the Division Definitive Edition now available, base game plus all DLCs. Division 2 is getting Central Park DLC and crossplay, and the Division Resurgence launches March 31st on your phone.
Yeah, I saw the Division 2 was on sale on Steam for like $3.
I love those games. The first one's better than the second one, in my opinion.
It is, and it's still good.
Yep. I played it recently, and I was like, God, this feels like putting on a comfortable pair of shoes.
Mm.
RoboCop Rogue City on Steam was accidentally replaced with an early build of an unannounced Hunter the Reckoning game. The update is now
so
been pulled.
weird.
Yeah, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you accidentally replace RoboCop with Hunter the Reckoning?
Like, wait. The game that was like on Xbox, like
yeah.
If I played
original Xbox,
it's a new one.
But
it's a new one, but it's a series that was on original Xbox.
The sequel, there were 2 on Xbox and there was 1 on PlayStation and GameCube, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's right.
I just played the Xbox one.
Yeah.
This is attached, by the way, to the World of Darkness series.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, no,
is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's all the same universe stuff.
I didn't know that was the same universe. Okay.
That's why it's Hunter the Reckoning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Haha.
What was the one that Bethesda did? There was a Bethesda game that sounds like it's part of the Worlds of Darkness series, and it is not. Fuck.
You talking about Redfall? Because it's
no. Hunted, the Demon's Forge. That's what it was.
Bro,
yeah.
And it's like,
I remember that.
I'm like, that almost sounds like it's part of the Worlds of Darkness series.
Dude, that game was not great.
It was co-op, right?
Yeah.
A little girl, and a dude, big like Schwarzenegger, like barbarian.
Do you remember how many of those kind of games were on that generation? Like there was that one, there was Knight's Contract, there was
Oh God, Knight's Contract. I forgot about that game.
I thought you were talking about how many bad games they put out around the same time.
There
was
was
like Bethesda's low point.
like the 360 generation like would find like a hook of a style of game and make
then
like
there'd be 7,000 games of the same type.
Yeah, exactly.
Quantum Theory.
Fucking.
Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing the game industry doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God, we learned our lesson.
Yeah. Everybody talks about Fracture and Frontlines, Fuel of War.
Fractured.
Oh, Frontlines, Jesus.
Fracture was the game I
Frontlines.
called Pimple, the game.
Yeah.
Fracture.
Yeah, Fracture was weird. Fracture was from where you morphed the geography.
Yeah, the terrain deformation where you could like make it go up and down.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Okay.
It was
around
was
the
a
same
weird game.
time as Hunted the Demon's Forge. That same
It
year,
was.
Bethesda put out Brink. And 2 years before that, they put out Rogue Warrior.
Oh yeah. That rap song in the credits is still goated.
The Mickey Rourke rapping?
Yeah.
It's a fictionalized version of a real person? Yeah.
Drew still has PTSD about Brink. Just mention Brink around him and he'll go off.
And in between those series, they put out the first Rage.
That first Rage is fucking fantastic. I love that game. Marathon ended up surpassing 88,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Sounds like they ought to pull all their games off PC.
Sounds like it. Resident Evil Requiem sold over 5 million copies already. What else going on? Anything else? Toem 2's coming. Remember Toem?
I don't remember Toem.
It's a neat little indie game, like black and white, where you take pictures.
You take photos.
I love I've just been muted this whole time. That's great.
Oh, what were you saying? What did you want to say?
No, I was talking about Totem. I'm like, yeah, it's that black and white game. Yeah, the pictures.
Pragmata's release date was moved up a week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware you could do that.
Yeah, it's totally legal.
Right.
Kane of the Bridge of Spirits is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 this spring. And High Guard is permanently shutting down on March 12th, so this is the last week you can play High Guard.
Yeah, so
Thanks, Keely. You fucking Grim Reaper of games, you.
Thanks, Geoff. You're our friend.
High Guard is dead.
Dead. South of Midnight got its release date March 31st. PS5 and Switch. And Valve has recommitted that the Steam machine will ship in 2026, but still no price, no date.
Well, yeah, and you say recommitted, but really what they did was they backed up because they originally said first half of 2026. And this most recent statement just said 2026.
Well, there was that they said first half of 2026, and then there was a story this week that they were moving to 2027, and then they recommitted. No, it's 2026.
Yeah, but not first half.
No, it's definitely not coming first. Well, dude, we're in March. This shit ain't coming first half. NetEase told Nagoshi Studios that they will stop financing the studio from May. Their first game, Gang of Dragon, which was just announced, needs additional funding to be completed.
Another Keeley-related death.
Yep.
Yep.
PlayStation.
I mean, not that Keeley was necessarily responsible for this one, but it was on the Keeleys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird story because the story at first when I read it just said NetEase is going to pull funding from this game, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks because it did look kind of cool.
It did.
And then
looks like Yakuza.
And then you read the story, and it's like they're pulling funding because they need another $44 million, and it's like, okay, $44 million is a lot of money.
Yep.
So I'm not sure who missed something here. I don't know if the studio underestimated their costs by $44 million, or if NetEase somehow underestimated how much of the total cost they were going to have to be on the hook for. But $44 million is a hell of a miss. That's
yeah.
That's more
I
than
think there's
600,000 copies at gross revenue.
I think there's two issues at play here. One, Sega when they brought it over clearly, but like, don't hire a big name actor as your lead. That's already gonna put you into a spot where that's a lot of money just to have their fucking likeness.
Right.
Two, and this is kind of what I brought up in the chat. Imagine you've been making games basically on the cheap for the last 20-ish years.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you go back to Yakuza 3 on the PS3, and like you can see that they're updating it, and obviously we've had engine changes, but like they reuse a lot of assets over and over. When you leave a studio, you have to rebuild your entire catalog of assets. That's going to cost way more than you think it did, because sure, when you're making a PS3 game, you reuse some of those assets in the next game or whatever. You're using all that time to build assets for the next game because you're going to keep reusing it. Starting out, you have nothing. So right. I have a feeling that was overlooked to some extent. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like that would be easy to overlook when you think, oh, well, games have been made. We can make games cheap. We've been doing that for years. Like, yes, but over time, you've spent that money, not, right. on the first game. So yeah, I hope it comes out, but good Lord, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
PlayStation.
It's a lot of money for a series or for a game like Yakuza. Like I said, the highest selling Yakuza game is Like a Dragon, and it sold 2.8 million copies.
Yeah.
So this is a game that does not have the Like a Dragon name. Yes, it has the pedigree, but it doesn't have the name. And you're going to expect it to sell enough copies to make up for a $44 million shortfall?
Yeah, that's
a lot.
Sony is apparently testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it was hard. I read that article. It was hard for me to determine based on the article whether or not they were actually testing dynamic pricing or if they were doing an A/B test on pricing in general.
Yeah, according to this, it says it's based on different price bases on stuff like purchase history data, location, inventory, demand, time of day, weather, and income level.
Did I send the Reddit post?
Yeah,
so
you
I
did.
saw this before that announcement came out, where somebody was trying to buy, I want to say it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag of all things, because it was like $3. And when they would sign in to make the purchase,
the price changed.
The price changed.
Yeah.
That could mean that it's dynamic, or it could mean they got caught up in the middle of getting switched from A to B if they're doing just an A/B test on pricing.
Well,
so I don't know that's a silver bullet.
Other people were logging in and not having that issue. From different regions from the same region, it didn't really matter. It was like, oh no, that's not a problem, or I'm having, like, I don't think I saw anybody say, oh, I'm having the same exact issue. Like, no,
well,
it was like,
again, that would speak to it potentially being an A/B test, because in an A/B test, not everybody would be selected for it. That's the whole point.
Okay. Well, that sucks to be selected for it then. Like, Jesus Christ, it's still a mess.
Your wallet. All right. One Twitter Blue Sky message and a couple emails, and we'll get out of here. Emails. First one comes from Dan. He says, "Hey all, with the news that Highguard has shed massive player numbers leading to it permanently shutting down, the overwhelming criticism seemed to be that they shouldn't have taken that slot at the Game Awards. Jeff Gersman's take was that one that hit with me the most. They weren't planning to show the game. Got the slot with no money down, got 1 million eyeballs looking at it that wouldn't otherwise have thought about it at all. The result was 100,000 concurrent players. If they'd shadow drop like they originally intended, they'd have a tiny fraction of that player base. So it begs the question, what did success look like for a shadow dropped Highguard?"
I don't think that's the question. I think the question is, what's the success for Highguard if Jeff Keighley kept his fucking mouth shut?
I think that is the question he's asking, is like, if it wasn't at the Game Awards.
No. I'm not talking about the Game Awards. I'm talking like, here's one more thing. And if Jeff Keighley was just honest about the scenario and be like, I support these guys, I wanted to bring it out there, but he didn't. He doubled down, said, oh, you're going to apologize to me when you play it, all this shit. And he basically did exactly the opposite of what I think he was attempting to do, which was, promote a project he felt deserved promotion. And I don't blame the devs and the company for taking that free spot. But I don't think they were expecting him to overhype it and then shit talk people that were like questioning the reality of that spot too.
Well, I mean, not only that, but there's nothing that says that they couldn't have taken that spot and then been like, hey, here's the news, we're going to run a beta test, right?
Right.
Like, there's nothing that says that they had to both take that spot and shadow drop out of it. So I mean, even they said that the shadow drop thing was hubris on their part because they thought they could replicate what they did with Apex. So I mean, the reality is they could have taken the free marketing and just said, we're going to run an open beta and accept player feedback on this game.
Yeah. Because I can guarantee it never would have hit anywhere near 100K in this time frame. It likely would have been competing for Concord for the quickest shutdown. That's the other side of that coin. Is like, if Keighley had never said a word, would anybody have even played this game? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't think if it would have been malpractice for them to have turned down the free advertising once it was offered to them. I think the real problem is their release strategy, not their advertising strategy.
Yeah.
As long as their advertising strategy didn't include Jeff Keighley being an ass.
Well, yeah.
That's my, like, look, I know I'm very pessimistic about these types of games in general, so you weren't going to win me over, but I'm also not the audience. So, I talk a lot of shit, but I'm also not the guy that would play it. But Jeff Keighley fucking coming out there and being like, imagine my disdain being put into the people that you would want to play the game. I don't get that. Like, I have my issues with wasting devs' time and potentially putting them in a scenario where they don't have jobs. Here we are. Right? That's where my issue comes from. It's never the players that are playing it. I would hope your game succeeds because it's not beneficial to anybody. I just don't understand because we see this way too often. But then to put that ire on the people you would want to even give the game a shot is beyond me. And that was what Jeff Keighley did. Like, oh, you're going to apologize to me once you play it. I'm not going to touch it at all, dumb fuck.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be funny,
but he has no personality.
Funny.
He cannot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right.
Like,
he doesn't have the personality
has
for
more
that.
Personality.
So yeah, it just came across as arrogance and whatever else. Like, bro, like, nah. But I think Brian's right. I think the shadow drop thing, which they did say was some hubris. They thought they could replicate that. But yeah, I don't think they would have or should have turned down the free marketing because, I mean, shit, that's a lot of eyeballs to get on our stuff. We should have just delayed it. And I also think they didn't do themselves any favors going radio silent for a month after that trailer. Like,
well, yeah, that didn't help either, for sure.
Yeah, when that trailer hit, and maybe it was a matter of they just weren't prepared because all this came out of the blue, and it probably is what it was. But ideally, that trailer should have hit, and then the next week should have seen like dev diaries, for the next week leading up to release that was explaining, the world, the game modes, all that stuff. Instead, you got one thing the day of the game coming out,
right?
that crammed it all in, and it was like, here, go play it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a lot of. I think the postmortem was probably super interesting. But also there's a lot of, I think, warning signs and stuff for other developers here, that's looking to do something similar, so some lessons.
There's been some warnings and lessons beforehand that nobody else listens
They have.
to.
Nobody ever seems to get them. So, you know.
All right, this next email comes from Ryan's friend Peter. Are you sure you guys are friends? Because he starts the email by calling me Rich Boy Ken. Like, no. Private jet motherfucker over here is the rich boy.
Well, he's not throwing away VR headsets, so
That's true. That's true.
like
Ryan
they grow on fucking trees.
Yeah, he's not.
The email is about key cards being good for poor people. He says keycard games.
Okay, hold on. I was on your side. Don't. No. All right, Ken, go ahead. About to make shitty statements to your friend Ryan.
He says keycard games make sense for reselling and renting digital games. I think they are a better solution than optical discs that do the same thing, which are prone to disc rot. It's nice for collectors who have a liking or who like having a physical item for show. They make more sense to me than things like Pokemon cards. I have yet to buy a game key card. For me, I just buy whatever format is the cheapest since they all have their pros and cons, and he has a list down here. Another thing to consider is loss/theft. My brother lost his Switch in a rental car with 30-plus physical games. If they were digital, he would have been able to recover those games. Love you guys, love the show. And then he's got a list of pros and cons for physical digital key card.
I see the point and agree with the point that yes, you can resell them, buy them used or whatever. But I just wish they would put the actual game on the card. Like, you're never going to get me to say that anything physical is bad because I love physical media. I just wish the actual game was on the card. But I know that there's space concerns and all that.
Let's take a look at his pros and cons. For game cards, physical cartridge. Playable without a network connection. Digital games are also playable without a network connection. You can't download them, but...
Depends on the game.
Well, you can't download digital games. You can't download the key card either.
No, but this is for game card physical cartridge. This is not a game key card. That's not.
Gotcha.
They're resellable. They're shareable. They take up less internal storage space. For cartridges, yes. For discs, no, because they install.
Right.
And a tangible item to collect/display. The cons are they're inconvenient to swap, easy to lose, can be damaged, and take up physical storage space.
Yep.
Digital downloads, the pros are easy to switch. No physical card required, easier system-to-system transfer, no risk of losing or damaging physical media. The cons typically requires internet access for download and license verification. You can't resell it, you can't share it, no physical item to display, takes up internal storage. Again, so do discs nowadays, unfortunately.
I will say this, and this is not, it's not the greatest system ever. Please understand, I'm not trying to, but I have my friend on my family plan on Switch because fuck the system. And when I saw him, we live in the same house. You can't prove that we don't. Canada's one just big household.
It's true. Everybody lives together in Canada.
In a giant igloo.
Anthony actually lives with Tim Hortons. In a Tim Hortons.
Yes.
I'm so jealous.
Tim Hortons actually dead, and we have to bury him at some point.
Well,
yeah, you
like
should probably not be living with him anymore.
This Weekend at Bernie shit over
here. We put him in the showcase where we have all the donuts.
Weekend fucking... Weekend at Hortons over here.
Tim Hortons. All right, yeah.
But anyways, so here's what happened. So I went to my friend, and obviously Paranorma site. I've already talked enough about that. So I was like, you need to play this. So because he's on my family plan, I just lent him the digital rights, and it automatically reverts to me in 2 weeks. So I said, look, you'll be able to play this in 2 weeks if it's the only game you play. Like, you'll be able to probably finish this within a couple days. So, so he finished it, and it just reverted back to me automatically. We didn't have to meet up again to bring that license back to me. None of that. So there are movements to that, but it's like it only works with people on your family plan, and you have to be physically in person to share it, which is kind of irritating. But not the worst system ever. in hindsight. That is the reason why when you download something on your Switch now, it shows you the key card entering your fucking Switch. That's to tell you that you have it attached to this console currently.
That
Great,
can also be kind of a pain in the ass, because I had to, for some of my digital games on my Switch 1, I had to have my Switch 2 next to my Switch 1 so that I could basically authorize moving the key card from my Switch 1 to my Switch 2, which was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, it's clunky across the board for like everything right now. For his keycard pros, they're resellable, they're shareable, allows large file size games that don't fit on a cartridge and physical item to collect the display. Cons are that it requires internal storage space, inconvenient card swapping, can be lost or stolen, takes up physical space, still requires a download/network access.
The problem I have with the keycards is not the keycard itself. The problem I have with it is it's rarely because, hey, this game is really big. It's, hey, because there's only really two sizes of key cards and we don't want to spend the money to, like, this is the cheaper option. Fuck the consumer. We're just going to take the cheaper option. That's my problem with it.
That's business.
It's really because, hey, the size of it is too big for any of the key cards that are available. It's like, no. They strictly are just like, fuck you. We're saving money and we're not passing that value on to you. Thanks.
This goes back to one of my core problems that has been one of my core problems since the Xbox 360 generation, at least.
Well, you should go to the gym and work on that.
Is that digital games and physical games cost the same price, which is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that.
I mean, they know that you'll pay it. You're paying for the convenience as opposed to the disc itself.
But my point is, if and physical are going to be the same price, I'd rather have something. Rather have something I can hold and, to Pete's point, resell.
Huh.
But
that's why there are choices, I guess.
I can tell you this: I bought digitally Street Fighter 6. And I wish I had bought it physically so that I could have sold it.
So you could sell it, yeah.
Yeah.
Additional considerations: backwards compatibility between console generations, available storage space, card slot/disk drive availability. Some consoles are digital only. Internet reliability and download speeds, privacy prevention and DRM policies, long-term preservation, and server shutdown risks.
Yep. I mean, all valid.
Yeah. All right, one last tweet, and I wanted to bring this up because this was a fun topic a couple weeks ago. So Blue Apple on Blue Sky says, Metacritic removed a game review from a famous gaming website for suspicious of being a vibe review. Rumors of that website replaced their human staff with AI. Now I don't know an AI can play a game. Maybe they showed it videos or fed it other human reviews. Thoughts? So if you don't know, videogamer.com, I think it was, basically had a Resident Evil Requiem review that was entirely AI written.
It was very obvious too.
Yes,
from the bits that I read.
Yes.
This doesn't shock me that it's happening. It shocks me it's the first time it's been caught. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Like I said,
I don't think it's happening as much as the co-pilot stuff would be punching up words. That would be more likely.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily have an issue with that. To me, that's not really different than having Grammarly on your
computer. It's like an autocorrect kind of thing. Yeah.
But completely AI written is obviously horrible because the AI didn't play that game. So you're basically completely destroying the value in a written review. The whole point of it is that somebody who has, experience with the genre or experience with video games reviewing a game and saying it's good or it's bad based on their opinion. Asking a LLM to do it is fraud.
Has anybody ever watched Code Monkeys?
Yes, I love
no.
Code Monkeys.
Okay, there was an episode in the second season where the plot is that they're making the old E.T. game for Atari, and the reason why that game kind of sucks is that the guy that's supposed to go watch the movie decides to skip out and just gets the basics of what the movie was about from a kid who watched it. And that's the reason why it's like, yeah, something about going home and a phone and there's cops. And he's like, good enough. And that's exactly what you'd get if you try to have an AI write your video game review.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we all did the whole Cliff Notes thing in school, right? Like, I'm not going to read the book. I'm just going to read the Cliff Notes.
I'll tell you the reason why I did Cliff Notes. And here's a rant for you. Shakespeare's not in English. I get it. The words are in English. But first off, he just got to make up words. If I get that same, do I get that same luxury? No. So fuck him. And the second is they're fucking plays written in, old English. And it's basically a different language because all the context is different. And they use words that we sort of let drop from the lexicon. And so you're going to ask fucking teenagers to pay attention to this as a book and not a play? Go fuck yourself. So yeah, I used the fucking Cliff Notes. Sorry, I didn't know what a fucking fortnight was. Go fuck yourself.
All the kids now know what a fortnight is.
That's right.
Yeah, and then they floss dance, which is not relevant to fucking Shakespeare at all.
You don't know Shakespeare might have been flossing?
I don't think anybody's floss danced in
I don't give a fuck
years.
what they're doing. Whatever stupid fucking dance moves that they've pulled from Fortnite that Fortnite ripped from someone else, I don't give a shit.
Anthony pulling out the get off my lawn bullshit over
Fuck
here.
you, yeah, exactly. Sorry, I didn't engage with Fortnite on any level. I don't care.
So flossing is now get off my lawn territory. That's not a thing no more, I guess.
I don't give a shit what the whatever dumb fucking dance move that I'm sure they'll be doing over my corpse in World War III. That's the one. Okay.
I don't know. My
I
son...
think it's sniped from some 7-year-old. Has a gun put in his hands. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm just glad I don't hear that. My son called me something the other day. He asked me if I was this. I don't remember the word.
I hope it was the C word.
No, it was a word for somebody who's really good at a game, and I don't remember what the word was.
Go.
I had never heard the phrase. What?
Sweat? Isn't that what sweat means, kind of?
Yes, that's what it was.
Somebody that is really good and tries really hard.
Yeah, he asked me that about Overwatch. I was like, what did you say? What are you asking me?
And then there's something what is it? Like an ELO or something? And I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that means.
Like your kill death, but
ELO is has to do with the ranking. I hear Overwatch people talk about they're in ELO hell.
Yeah, I hear Rivals stuff, mainly because my son. I haven't played Rivals in a while, honestly. But yeah, I hear him, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. They come up with some new word every day, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to clarify it because I certainly didn't know what it was. I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm out of the loop.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. But that's it. That's it for this week. If you want to send us tweets, we're on both Twitter and Blue Sky at ZTGD Radio, and you can send emails to podcasts at ztgd.com. Just remember, Ryan is the rich boy. That's you gotta remember.
I am not.
Ryan is the rich boy.
He cut out.
You're just elitist, Ken.
Wow.
Ken is an elitist.
So I hate rich people? Is that what that means?
No.
Yeah, I can't help it. Anyway, that's it for us. Unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.